Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. You join us at Birmingham New Street, but we're not on the Cross City line. We are on the Birmingham to Crewe route in the Class 170 at the WMT Class 170, which does come across from the Cross City line 170 pack, but it layers onto Birmingham to Crewe. So let's hop into the cab. I've set it up already, so we're basically good to go as soon as we get the time, which is now. So let's get the door shut. Doors closing. And I don't see the right of way on this one. We got buzzed by the God, no, we don't get it on this one. Some of the signals on here, you get the right of way indicator. Maybe on this one you don't, if it works. Don't know. Right, let's get going. Let's set that to forward. Let's buzz the guard. There you go, and let's go. So Sandwell and Dudley, and then Wolverhampton on this run. Hang on, that's not the way we want to be going. Hang on. Is the train on? On a bit of a hill start out of here, eh? Oh, there we go. That was slightly the wrong way, quite steep out of this platform. Oh, that's good to know. Hill start out of Birmingham New Street. Cool. Lesson learned. Well, out we go. We are playing this on the PS5 Pro. You can see the FPS counter up there on top right of the screen. So sort of alright coming out of New Street. The lowest I've seen is 23 so far, and that was the run we did on the stream out of New Street where it got down to 23 when we were in the 350. So yeah, not really too bad of an FPS that, considering New Street is quite busy, as you can see. So have sort of that FPS on console, I mean, not too bad. That will do. I'll turn up the audio a little bit for you. Head into the tunnel. So we're formed of 3 coaches, and it's only the West Midlands Trains 170 which comes across to this route as a playable service, as the cross-country Turbostar is only AI. I suppose they probably don't run along this bit in real life. Right, let's speed up to 50 as the train slowly speeds up. It's very steep out in New Street. You've got to be really careful. And it's quite hard, especially if you're in the 350. I found it quite hard to try and just stick to 10 miles an hour. It's 10 miles an hour out of New Street. But you're sort of going up quite a steep hill, so it keeps coming down. You must, yeah, it's hard to try and maintain the 10 miles an hour. Yeah, brilliant to be able to run this way though out of New Street after so long going around the corner towards Bourneville and Five Ways, Selly Oak. Nice to go this way. There goes the 65. Let's get a little. Let's do a little running brake test. I'd say they're working. Cool. I know fuzzy textures, oh that was loud. Apologies to any headphone users there, that was very noisy. I'm going to turn that down before it does that again. Cool. So we don't have to worry about neutral sections as we're a diesel train. Let's turn that up again. It's very noisy on the outside, but very quiet on the inside. You can tell it's a rivet train. That tends to be the case, but that's just fairly realistic, I guess. Cool. There's the canal down there. But this route is just excellent. It is a really good route. Generally is. I mean, this is the developers who make this. This is their first route for Train Sim World, and it looks like this. It's wow. I mean, where do they go next? 65. And we won't get announcements on here either because this is a Train Sim World 5 train. This one doesn't have the announcements on it. This is Soho Depot, and again FPS is still pretty good even though you have got the depot there. We're still at about 50 FPS, and it drops down there to about 38. So yeah, sort of FPS wise, the route is really quite, you know, it doesn't really lag that much. But it's just, yeah, the game issue of the blurry textures, which happen on here, unfortunately. Although so far this run we've been alright, fingers crossed. Let's get a shot of the train. That's a simple one for now. Oh, we got the FPS counter in it as well. I don't really want that, but try and get a photo when we're coming into Wolverhampton as we're going over the viaduct. That should look quite nice. So we're going through Rolfer Street and Gayton Bridge, and then it's Sandwell and Dudley, our only stop. Our only intermediate stop between Brum and Wolves. Cool. This is Smithwick Rolfer Street, which we just go straight through. Very quiet, really quiet on here. Let's get the window open a bit. Like, it almost sounds like there's like no cab audio. I mean there is, but just really quiet. Get the window open, just so we can hear something. It's like unusually quiet. Looks good with the orange and the orange, doesn't it? Let's get back in. This is Gayton Bridge, which a fair few services stop at. It's for the sort of more principal Smithwick station. It's 350. And up to 75, although it isn't that much further to Sandwell and Dudley. Don't really need to throttle that a little bit. No harm in throttling up a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. I'll take that down a bit. Just keep adjusting the audio on this one. Hopefully it's running alright though. Hopefully it's not lagging in any way. Sometimes we get the issue. Let's quickly just flick through. Yeah, it seems alright. Right, let's slow down for Sandwell and Dudley, which is fairly quickly approaching. And as we're not in the electric 350, the brakes aren't the best. This is Sandwell and Dudley we're coming into. Still coming in a bit quick. Brakes, come on. Be right down to the end of the platform then. This is Sandwell and Dudley. No blurry textures yet, so that's also good. So we had that on our 350 run on here, just went all blurry. Which obviously it's not meant to. Here we are, this is Sandwell and Dudley. Perfect start, eh?
For the 0808 West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury. Calling at Wolverhampton, Bilbrook.
We're still late somehow.
Brighton, Cosford,
Okay, whatever.
Shifnal, Telford Central, Oaken Gates, and
The timetables are really tight on here. You just have to go like full speed.
The train at platform 2 is the 0808 West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury. Calling at Shrewsbury only. Will passengers intending to travel on this service...
Or does it go via? No.
As it is ready to leave. Platform 2.
Calling at Shrewsbury only. I mean, if we can go there, nice.
Railway service to Shrewsbury, which is ready to leave.
Right, he'll start out of here. I've learnt our lesson at New Street that these things like to roll back. Cool. It's a nice train to drive, the Turbostar though. Sort of nice big open cab window. What does everyone prefer? 158s or 170s? Sort of the two main ones. Let's open her up a bit. There we go. So the speed will come down to 60 shortly. It's very posh as well, this train, that you have a foot warmer as well. Very posh. Cool. Yeah, thanks all for watching though, if you have made it this far in the video. Again, what do you think of the Birmingham to Crewe route by All Studios? And again, this is their first ever route for Train Sim World. And they're a completely new start-up developer. So I mean, considering this is their first one, it's like, what are they going to do next? Then you got Dudley, Port and Tipton, and it comes down to 60 again. So I'd say I'm learning this route fairly well, or at least Stafford to Birmingham. Stafford to Crewe, still not quite like confident on. As we haven't run the fast lines yet on there, we just run the slow lines, and we've not ever run. I've never run south of Crewe to Stafford. Don't think so. Still running nice-ish FPS. I mean, it's smooth-ish. Alongside the canal as we go along. This is Dudley Port, absolutely flying through. And there's another one going through as well. You got the little loop here, then you got Tipton, and then after Tipton it comes down to 60. Coast it along. Again, so many trains you can drive on this route. So many. Remember, still yet to do the 150. 153. Actually, I think the 150, I don't think you could drive the 153. Actually, I think there's two services in the 153, something like that. You've got the 87, 86, the Pendo. There's so much to do on this route. You're not going to be short of finding something to do. There's lots. Right, I'll come down to 60 as that begins shortly. And it's round the corner and you've got Costley. We've got a TSR coming up at 40. Let's get a little shot here as well. That's a bit of good lighting here. Still the FPL, I don't think we can get rid of that, can we? No. So it gets stuck on. Well, we'll slow down to 40. Even though the speed's gone back up to 75. Oh well. That's TSLs. So coast that for the time being. section. Cool. This is definitely my favourite part of the route though, is Wolverhampton to, or Wolves down to Brum. Sort of this, I mean, even though it's like the sort of the bottom third of the route from New Street up to Wolves. Yeah, there's Wolves there. It's, yeah, 2 tracks, and there's so much variety you see within those 2 tracks. And you sort of see the most on this part of the route. Because once you get north of Wolves, sort of all the bit that all branches off. And it's more about speed as well. Why is this blooming 40 limit? They always put the sign so far back. Always slow down, then it's just like there wasn't much point slowing down this soon. I think I can see it coming up now. Yeah, there it is there. This will make us late. Yeah, 40. There it is. This is just a temporary speed restriction. So this is just randomly placed. There's a 150. Freight Transport for Wales service. Back up to 75. Couple of other little shots. Yeah, actually that would do. And it comes down to 30, which we get a warning board for, and then 15 coming into Wolverhampton. Although you may recognise Wolves, because Wolves is the team of Wolverhampton. Used to be quite a big team, but I think they're in the Championship now, which is still a big team, but you're not in the Premier League anymore. Got like one of the coolest logos, or coolest badges. So still 75 at the moment. And we'll come down to 60, yeah, 60, no, 6, no, 30, no, 30, we get 60 from. Unless it does. I might see. Yeah, 30, I think, 30, then 15, I don't think there's a 60. Pretty certain we just had the AWS go off there for the TSL. Actually not quite right. Cool. So coming down to 30, which starts once you're up onto the viaducts coming into Wolves. Double yellow. Probably platform, what, platform 1? Well, coming up to Wolverhampton. Yeah, nice run. And the textures haven't gone blurry as well, so that's also good. Got a Voyager meeting us on the bridge as well, and we'll try and get a nice shot with that. Attempt to try and get a shot with that. Yeah, that's just as the limit. Platform 1, yeah. signal's in the way. I'll get that one. Nope. Does come down to 15 for us, but we go around the corner first. There you go, 15. Okay, that's going to get another shot. Well, the sun's not really in the right place now. No, we'll leave it, we'll leave it. And again, FPS comes down a bit here, but then it's a sort of big station, so probably a couple of trains in there. So sort of to be expected. But still smooth, so that's the main thing. Literally anything above 30 is fine. I'm happy with that. Gets below 30, it starts getting a bit like, why? There's the shuttle service there. As you get a train which literally just goes Wolverhampton New Street, and I think some of them go to Birmingham. No, I think it's just a New Street to Wolverhampton. I think some of them might go to Birmingham International. But it's a nice little shuttle service you can do if you don't want to do sort of a full run. And also some of those shuttle services you can operate using the 323 if you own the Cross City line. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Well, that is going to be it, everybody. For today's Train Sim World 5 video. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. I sure have. That was cool. That was Birmingham New Street to Wolverhampton on the new West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe route by Alderboard Studios on the PS5 Pro, and it didn't go blurry. Hooray. Apart from that, see you all, take care. Links usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store. And yeah, should mention thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key to show it off, although of course all opinions were of our own. See you all, take care. Bye guys.